All right, this is not the end. I'm still gonna be wrong going into 2024. I just did that to pique some interest. There's three things I want to touch base on when it comes to this channel at the end of the year. After now repeat, a full year being on YouTube now. Um, the first thing I want to address, there will be some changes coming to this channel. I probably will make more longer videos like I was doing last week. Simply because trying to do 5 videos, 6 videos, kind of time consuming, especially with the time I have. I am a busy man these days. Takes a lot of time and effort and find time. I always try to manage to find time, but also at the same time, I want to elaborate more on things when it comes to videos. So now I feel like I need to work on. Um, so that's coming soon. There'll probably be less get at LeBron videos. I know some people channels are dedicated to that. For some reason the stands think this is the channel for that. When I do talk about stuff outside of, you know, LeBron, but they're not there when I make those videos. I got over 1,000 views on talking about other people. I think recently I got 1,000 views talking about freaking Packers. But anyways, yeah, there will be less of that. Um, I've been reading the comments for the last couple of videos. The word hate or hater is starting to become less effective. Actually, it's not even effective anymore because I don't think they understand what is hate. The thing about it, the heck is going on? Since you're watching this, the thing about what everybody says is hate is different. Criticism and hate is totally different. Hating is what this bum did a couple of days ago, talking about I should make any money on my channel and downvote the channel. That's called hating. I'm not out here saying LeBron shouldn't get any money or anything, do anything else. I'm not doing that at all. There's too many people also pocket watching people for some reason, Dr. Umar. But a lot of these LeBron stands, they pocket watch so much, that ain't funny. If you care about my money so much or care about me making money so much, now I don't know what to tell you. It's all on you. But I ain't out here trying to make money off LeBron. If I see something about LeBron I don't like, I'm gonna call it out. And I also see, shockingly, what some of these little stands are saying when it comes to Jordan. Some of them do have points, but here's the thing: I already acknowledge Jordan's shortcomings. So whatever you guys saying is uh not new to me, and it's never going to put a dent on the conversation of Jordan being the GOAT. Now I do agree with someone. He might have been a LeBron. I don't know. I do agree with that. It might be different players. I mean, for the different eras, there are different players who could have been great in that era. Like Jordan could have been great in the 80s, 90s, I mean. And Larry got Larry and Magic, Doublehead in the 80s. That's fine and Danny. I think sometimes they use that as a way to move the goalposts and move narratives and all those sorts of stuff. Because these dudes and also ESPN, they're trying to find different ways to beat what we're saying, or independent content creators on YouTube or elsewhere are saying, and they trying their best. They really are trying their best, but I don't think it's working. The things I don't understand why they trying to do their best to get rid of Kobe's name, and for the 11th time, growing up, especially in SoCal, for the last part of my youth, childhood, I did not like the Lakers. I did not like Kobe. You can ask anyone in my family, any friends, any people I went to school with, any people I work with now. They'll tell you I don't like LeBron, and I don't like, not so much the Lakers. I don't like LeBron, and I wasn't the biggest fan of Kobe, but I learned to respect his game and what he stood for. LeBron, I used to, but now it's in the wind with him. And that's my humble opinion on how I feel about him. You're not going to sit here and try to insult me and make me change. Oh, maybe I should like LeBron. No, that's not going to happen. I said what I said, and that's how I feel at the bottom of my heart. If you don't like it, I guess what? You just ain't going to like it. Too bad. Too sad. And recently, I have came across Jordan extremists on my channel. Let's say they both part of the same coin of LeBron fans, both wackos. But hopefully I don't have to meet them ever again. That's the first time I run into a bunch of Jordan cycles. Um, but anyways, shoot, what else I wanted to say before I go into the next topic? I just wanted to address this whole this hater thing. Thing's getting corny now. It's getting whack. Doesn't even mean anything. And what I will say once again, feel free to love any NBA player you love. It's funny though. When you mention Giannis, these same dudes be getting all insulted about Giannis, but you can't do the same for LeBron. It's crazy. It's weird. But anyways, there'll probably be less LeBron videos unless something else happens. Like I said before, um, this channel will be solo. There'll be no, there will be no collabs. Maybe one, because I actually trust this person. There'll be no collabs. There'll be shout outs, of course, like I've always been doing. All of a sudden, now a certain person said I never did that for him, but I'm about to get into that next. There'll be none of that. This is a solo channel. That's how I always wanted to start. That's how I started my original channel, Franchise History TV. Because when I first started that channel, everybody went, "Come to my channel." I know what they was trying to do. They was trying to help promote other channels, but I see what groups can do on YouTube, particularly YouTube. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it just turns ugly, especially in the entertainment section, meaning all the movies and TV film in that area. That can get ugly. Uh, I don't, like I said before, I don't do groups. I don't join movements. I don't do left. I don't do right. I don't do conservative. I don't do liberal. I don't do Republican. I don't do Democrat. Neither Sith or Jedi. Some of y'all, if y'all get that, I'm none of that. None of that. I don't join none of that. It ain't part of the Black Power movement, Black Lives Matter. No, I ain't. No, I'm my own person, and that's how it's always been. See, I got friends in 2 different states, and as much as I'm friends with them, I like to be alone, go on vacations by myself. I don't need nobody else with me all the time. I'm low key. You never know when I'm pulling up. But anyways, but yeah, that's how this channel is gonna be. Like I'm open to one collaboration, but that's it. One person to collaborate with, and this one person know who he is if he's listening to this. Uh, Whenever he comes out of retirement, he's supposed to come out of retirement soon, but we shall see coming into the new year. I streamed with him one time during the All-Star game last year. But there's another thing I wanted to say. I forgot, almost forgot. I saw it was corny. Before I go into the next topic, it's funny now. Now all of a sudden, this is how much these little stands are pushing the goalposts. Now there's no evidence to support that that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. But they swear that it's evidence for LeBron to be the GOAT. Even though I said, at least for myself personally, I think LeBron came out of the GOAT conversation 2011 NBA Finals. That was it. The look in his eyes, the look at the feet explains it all. You barely saw that out of Jordan. And that's why I would say I gravitate towards using them, Kobe and Jordan as examples, because there was fight, there was no giving up in the terms of playing. I think sometimes Kobe, I wouldn't say he gave up, but I think sometimes he shot himself out of a game circa 2000, was that 2007 playoffs? I think it was. But we've seen it too much out of LeBron to put him up there. But that's my opinion. So if you don't like it, oh well, you don't like it. And one of the reasons why I put Jordan is to go is the impact outside of basketball. He moved mountains. In the NBA, the way it is, even now, globally, he helped globally. I think he put a big impact on American culture, not just American culture, on the world. More than whatever LeBron James could do. Everybody can talk about he got the most followers in the world, yada yada. He can be president. I do not want LeBron James to be president. I hear what he has to say politically, and I don't like it. Sorry, once again. Um, sorry, but no sorry. Yeah, I'd rather not him as president. And I don't care how many Instagram followers you have. Jordan is still outselling LeBron's shoes like crazy. People are still lining up to get those shoes. So that global impact is big. I don't think any other player before Jordan can do that. So there'll be less Jordan versus LeBron videos. I ain't doing that. I made up my mind. It's a never-ending battle that probably will never be won because, like I said, the goalposts continue to be moved on one side. And it's getting to the point it's getting ridiculous. Now we making up stuff and doing saying all kinds of stupid stuff now to make a point. It's just out of control now. So I don't even want to engage in it anymore because looking at this comment section, the last couple of videos, oh no. Man, me oh my. How much we gotta keep changing things to fit a narrative. All right. Now, the second topic. Is it the second topic? The second topic is one that happened recently in the last couple of days, right? Some of you might know. Some of you guys have messaged me about it, comment in the comment section about it. And a certain YouTuber, well, I didn't really get into him because it's more on him than anything. But as far as that, let me say this. Let me say this. For anyone who don't know, I'm not even gonna say his name. You can probably guess it. You can look at my last few videos. You can probably guess who it is. For one, gunshots are the last time I checked, gunshots are not exclusive to this person. The last time I checked, he was not the first one. Last check, he's not the only one on YouTube doing that. Matter of fact, I wasn't even thinking about him and his channel when I did that. I really wasn't. He's not the first person, and he won't be the last. Not to say I'm gonna keep continuing to do it because that was not the plan. The plan was to probably do it one day, and I did it one day. That was it. I wasn't planning on doing it for the rest of my time on YouTube. So that was false. A bunch of other things. I wish he went a different way of doing it instead of one video was fine. Okay, I get it. And then you do a whole live stream, 30-minute live stream. And when I come into the live stream in the chat, you don't want to talk over something as silly as this. This is childish. I'm sorry. This is childish. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I said any disparaging remarks about anyone he's close to about his family. It wasn't like I stole his money. It wasn't like I broke into his car, stole his car, anything like that, anything egregious like that. It's gunshots and some other stuff that don't really matter. Whatever he said. I guess we can't use certain words. If he uses the certain words, we can't use it. You know what would be egregious that I would do in terms of YouTube? It would be wrong for me to download or take his videos and then use them as my own. Now that's plagiarism, and that's why I got the watermark. Anybody who wants to make YouTube videos, make sure you put your watermark on videos because people do that. But yeah, especially when it's your own content that you came up with your own. But I don't have to copy him. I really don't. You know what? In the last couple of years I've been on YouTube on my other channel, I have learned to actually uh it can be better. It can be a lot better. I can be really good at it if I continue to keep working on it. But I have learned to make videos and be artistic with the videos. So I don't need to copy off him. I extended the olive branch to him twice. And he don't want to take, he want to go off like the way he went off, then fine. That's his prerogative. That's on him. But people are watching. I could have really went in on him, but I didn't want to because people are watching. And that's why I try to keep the language down because people are always watching. I got people that I know that's watching this channel. Now, if I was to go off like he was, I get freaking calls and messages asking me why I'm talking the way I'm talking. But that's on him if he wants to talk like that. Even when he was kicked off YouTube for I don't know how many 3 times. The first time he was kicked off, I alerted everyone that he was kicked off, and I made sure when he came back to alert everyone that he's back on. I always shouted him out. I always did as much as he did for me. This one time, and all of a sudden it's death on me. Well, I would say death on me, but all of a sudden he trying to put me in that weasel box along with these stands out here that had gone crazy, probably even threatened him. No, man, you missed me in that. So people ask me, would there be any squashing? Like I said, it's squash. Do not want to go into the new year talking about this or even discussing it anymore. I know there's people who subscribe to my channel and his channel. I know there's some new people that came from his channel to subscribe to my channel, tell me what's up, how they feel about the whole situation, which is fine. I know I had some nincompoops come over here and try to act like they're gonna muscle me or something like that. But I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? Go somewhere. See, that's the thing I don't like. That's the thing I don't want to happen because this ain't about to be no East Coast versus West Coast type of thing. Him being on the East Coast, me gonna be on the West Coast. This ain't gonna be a new East Coast West Coast thing 30 years later. No, we ain't doing that. That's not what I'm on here for. I ain't on here for a bunch of freaking hooting and hollering. We got enough of that in the inner city already. So if he wants to stay mad and all that stuff and don't think things through and think maybe this has gone too far, then that's on him. But at this point in time, I wish him well. I hope he does the best on YouTube. I hope he don't get kicked off YouTube. Um, and whatever he doing, I congratulate him for being a family man, being the father and all that. But I don't want nothing to do with him. So anybody asking, don't expect anything. Don't expect any warm and fuzzies from me about him. It is what it is. I do not want to go into the new year talking about this. So anybody who tries to come over here and try to rile up something, y'all gonna be blocked and kicked off. That's how I feel about it because I ain't about all the yakety yak, especially online. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The only time I asked for smoke is somebody actually did something that's really needs to be addressed. I already got enough snakes in the grass and real life to deal with and other stuff to deal with. I don't need to deal with anybody from New York with something like this. It's not that important. It's minuscule in the things of life. I'm sure there's other things he needs to worry about. I'm sure there's other things I need to worry about. No diss to him. So I wish him well. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Basketball Facts. I do say he was a little bit of a motivation to keep me going because some days I did not want to be on this channel or on YouTube anymore talking about basketball. But big shout out to him, and that's how we're gonna end it. Now, speaking of shout outs, how I like to end this video. Like I said, there'll be changes next year. Hopefully I stick to it. And I like to shout out all the subscribers. I can't name you all, but I like to name I mean, I like to shout out, especially the subscribers that have been around this channel since the beginning. Shout out to them; they know who they are. I like to shout out a couple of YouTubers who have been uh, an inspiration. First of all, and first and foremost, I like to shout out the big homie, big Too Raw for TV. Because it wasn't for him, I would never start this channel. I saw his channel for the first time last year sometime, and I thought at first, I thought he was a Lestan. And I kept watching his videos. Oh, he's not a Lestan. Matter of fact, he's calling out the NBA in general. So I realized, well, he ain't need no fancy technology, no fancy mic, no fancy camera, none of this awesome visuals. Just get out there and speak your mind, speak your piece, and then people will follow, or they will not follow. So shout out to him, shout out to Tiki TV, shout out to the more famous homie. He ain't the homie. I never crossed paths with him, but shout out to uh Kwame Brown. Shout out to him as well. Shout out to um Angry. I hope I got this Angry Old Man Hoops. I think that's his name. If I sorry I messed that up. Shout out to Sports and Fitness Rants. Shout out to Dreamers Pro, because he's been another one too as well. Shout out to the Old Head Podcast. Shout out to everyone, all the other not subscribers, but YouTubers I cannot think of at this moment. Shout out to the Lestans out there, because they do help. You know, they don't know and they think they're not helping, but shout out to them. And hopefully 2024 will be even more prosperous than this year was, because this year has been prosperous. I hope next year is even prosperous, but I would like to dip my toes in other things outside of YouTube and the NBA. The NBA needs some changing. It needs a reboot or some sort, because it's not going right. And I know lots of us already know that already. But yeah, I got other things I want to do. I got another channel I want to continue to keep put stuff on there, because as much as I like basketball, I like talking about movies and all that. So traveling as well, I got a channel for that. And of course, I'm working on this whole, can I call it a comic book, visual comic book? I guess so. But anyways, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everybody has a prosperous New Year and be in good health. I know I come across a lot of people who got colds these days, so hopefully everybody be in good health. And last but not least, for the stands, I want you guys to do this.